Thank you for coming. My name is Angela Reagan, and I'm the president of the Greene County Board of Education, and I represent Greenview School District. I'd like to welcome each of you here this evening to this very special dedication event. Despite the official opening of the building to students last August, we were unable to host our dedication due to the pandemic. At this time, I'd like to take a moment to introduce each of our Career Center board members who represent each of our Greene County school districts. Without their dedication and willingness to serve in the communities during difficult circumstances, tonight's event would not be possible. Board members, as I call your name, please stand and remain standing. I would like to ask our audience to hold your applause until all fellow members have been introduced. First, Vice President Gene Taylor from Beaver Creek Schools. Mr. Adam Rameli from Bellbrook Sugar Creek Schools. Mrs. Gail Martindale from Cedar Cliff Schools. Mr. Mike Eaker, Fairborn Schools, Dr. Pam Callahan, Xenia Community Schools, and Mr. Steve McQueen, Yellow Spring Schools. This evening's celebration is only possible because of unending support from each of you, our residents, our students, alumni, staff, and local business partners. It also exists thanks to the close collaboration between the school district and local and state governments. We invite you to admire your investment in our young people. Please walk around tonight and note that it will take a while. It's a big building. Notice its functionality and how each lab area mirrors what our students will see in their chosen career fields. Since so many of them take advantage of work-based learning, the ability for us to simulate the work environment gives them a great advantage as they prepare to join the workforce. This building's design was very intentional, and we feel very fortunate to entrust it to the Greene County students and residents. It is also important to note that we've also built a new hangar at the Greene County Airport, which offers our FAA airframe mechanic pathway. Thank you for investing in our local workforce, and equally so into the futures of so many Greene County students and families. We are very proud of our kids, our staff, and we are so thankful for this, the new Greene County Career Center that will serve students in our communities for the next century. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Reagan. Hello, my name is Dave Deskins. I'm the superintendent here at the Greene County Career Center. There's something very unique and very special about this place. And it's not just because of the amazing facility you've come out to see tonight. No, I think it's about something that permeates much deeper than just a beautiful structure. While this building is giving nearly 800 students on campus an amazing state-of-the-art facility to create, innovate, and learn within, students and staff find something very different at work when they become connected to it. Some suggest there's this intense sense of family. Others have said there's this unique magic that takes place here for students. I've come to discover that the Greene County Career Center provides a place of belonging that reaches students on a supernatural level. It is a life-changing place where student development happens at various levels for our students. Just ask one of our current students when you're walking around tonight, or ask a former student who I'm sure you've passed about the impact GCC has had on their lives. Everything about this building has been very intentional, as Mrs. Reagan shared. Yet we must not forget from where we have come. In 1967, our original campus on West Enid Road opened for students. Decades of staff and staff members working to prepare our local students and workforce. Many of them are sitting here tonight, amazed that the history and heritage of career tech education continues into so many corners of our society today. To help you understand the magnitude of people involved in this remarkable facility being built, I'm going to ask for you to participate and give me your patience tonight. I would ask our current or former school board members to go ahead and stand up for me. I noticed Mr. Nelson, one of our former board members. But our board members, just stand up, and if you would, indulge me for a minute and just hold your applause. If you're an alumni of our former Career Center, would you stand up and just remain standing? Many of your former educators are here. If you're a former teacher seated here tonight or standing here tonight, could you stand and be a part of this? If you previously taught or worked at the Career Center, we appreciate all that you've done to set the stage for tonight's event. While scattered around the building in labs and classrooms to demonstrate the value of your investment, we have current staff members here tonight, some there and some here. If you're here in the space, please stand up. We have business advisory members who participate to support our programs in our labs. If you're a member of business advisory here at the Career Center, would you please stand? We have state officials here tonight. Senator Bob Hackett, Representative Brian Lampton is scheduled to be here. Representative Bill Dean, Christine Gardner from the Association of Career Tech Education. If you're here tonight, will you all please stand? Some of our county commissioners, the recently elected mayor of Xenia was out tonight, along with their staff members. Finally, Greene County residents who voted to allow an increase to your taxes so that kids in this county could have this kind of an experience. Could you please stand tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, this is why this building was built. This is why Greene County Joint Vocational School, now known as the Greene County Career Center, will continue to impact lives and businesses in the area for the next century. This project demonstrates what can happen when vision, innovation, meet practicality, economic development, and workforce improvement to advance technology and drive success. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting our kids and our schools in Greene County. Please join me in an applause. Thank you all. When it was discovered that students were attempting to meet new age technology in a 50-year-old structure, these board members, and two who have passed during this project, Mr. Spar from Xenia and Mrs. France from Bellbrook, took hold of a greater vision for the students in Greene County. When a survey showed there was a major gap in workers in the aviation fields because of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the Career Center expanded their program. This intentional effort allows us to better meet current workforce needs. We worked with the Dayton Development Coalition and secured state capital funds of $850,000 to build a new hangar at the Lewis A. Jackson Airport. It's now being used to help certify FAA airline mechanics. And with the space right here beside you in this new building, the center has added robotics and automation, drone and UAS technologies, advanced engineering systems, and cybersecurity to meet the needs of the modern workforce in the Dayton region. You won't believe what you will witness here this evening. It will make you wish you were back in school again. Already, the Career Center students are finding success upon graduation. More than 95% of our grads are employed, continuing in post-secondary school or in the military 1 year after graduating. With more than 20 programs for kids to choose from, students here have a variety of in-demand paths to pursue. Graduates of these programs will be highly sought job candidates for Ohio businesses. It's very intentional, as Mrs. Reagan shared. To make sure students are prepared for the jobs of today, each Greene County Career Center has an advisory council of representatives from local business. Those representatives help to guide us, they give insight into the right curriculum, and they make sure the equipment and the materials we have are current and the current equipment being used in industry so that we can help to advance their business. They also see these students in action, these business members. They interact with them in the classrooms and they recognize how our students might fit into their business or workplace. Many of them hire Career Center students part-time and then place them in permanent positions when they finish high school. It's imperative that Career Centers and businesses work together and form partnerships. This new building is an example of collaboration between industry and education. Chapel Electric, locally managed by Greene County Career Center alumnus Buck Ross, hired 22 Career Center students and recent graduates during this construction project to participate in the project. Also, collaboration between the center and local government led to the construction of Innovation Drive, the connector out front here from US 68. The goal of the project to foster more economic development here in the industrial park in Greene County and in Xenia. Many former graduates of Greene County Career Center or other technical centers were employed on this project, paying forward into their industry. Like our former graduates, staff members, our board, our administration, and our current staff have championed career technical and vocational education training that have helped hundreds of Greene County students a year prepare for quality, higher-paying jobs without the burden of college debt. Last year, GCC students earned 503 industry credentials. Many of our students pursued additional training or college while entering that industry. From the design of each lab and each classroom to the types of programs being considered, your local investment is now being realized by nearly 800 students on campus and 2,000 students per year who are being impacted in our satellite programs throughout Greene County. That's 2,800 kids across the county whose lives are touched by your investments. As you can imagine, a project of this magnitude, $77 million, the building that you're in, while there's no way I can ever name every person individually, I would be remiss to not take a moment to recognize a few people that played a more integral part in this project. In fact, without extra efforts like Gail and Rick and Mike and Ron, Brett, Susan, Bill, Brian, Jenny, Jason, many others, this project would probably not have been completed. I would ask Mrs. Anderson, our district treasurer, to please stand. In addition to managing the annual budget, payroll, and accounts payable duties that go with managing the Career Center, Eva also had the enormous pressure of managing more than $80 million in the budget surrounding these building projects for the past 2 years. We could not have done this without your endless hours of overtime, your unending dedication to be fiscally careful and cautious, and your strong stewardship of the community resources that we're entrusted with. We came in just under $3 million below budget, and that was no doubt due in part to your hard work and your conscientiousness. So thank you. So many people I don't have time to thank personally. However, it's never too late to find a former lab or academic teacher and thank them or remind their family of the impact that was made on your life as a previous Career Center student. Again, I congratulate everyone at Greene County Career Center on this, your remarkable investment, and I wish the students all the best in the future. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce Ohio Senator Bob Hackett, our Greene County representative. Along with many others, Senator Hackett has been a champion for career tech education and was heavily involved in promoting our project to both our former and our current governor. Our current governor was scheduled to be here tonight. You would have had the privilege of hearing him rather than me, but he was unable to attend and had to notify he couldn't make it. Senator Hackett, though, has had to put up with my constant phone calls, my regular complaints, and a lot of pressure to act on behalf of our students and our residents. I'm most sure that he and others were tired of hearing from me on such a regular basis. Mr. Hackett and our state representatives have been arduous advocates for Career Tech Ed. Please join me in welcoming Senator Bob Hackett.
Dave asked me to say a few words about the new Career Center. You know, one thing I say, you hear me say this a lot, I am so proud of this Career Center. I mean, just think about this. You know, the community should just pat itself on the back. I mean, this structure will be here for generations to come, and we just are so blessed. There's no one better suited to get people trained for the many of today's jobs that the Career Center can do. If you talk to businesses today, they'll tell you their number one issue is finding new employees. And that is one of the things this Career Center does such a super job. I represent Madison, Clark, and Greene County, and I tell everybody, Greene County is the economic driver of my district. And I've said, you know, Mike and I were talking, Mike Eaker on the board, we've overused the word proud. We are so proud of this structure. And Greene County, you know, they have the vision and the know-how to make sure things get done and make economic things succeed. And so the Career Center works closely with these area industry partners to fill their needs. You know, I see Paul was in the superintendent from Beaver Creek was in the back, and Paul will tell you, I know in Columbus, it's really hard to get things done timely. It's hard in public education. It's hard to get change and it takes time. It's one great thing about the Career Center is Dave can move with the speed of business. That, you know, if a business comes to him with an issue, and there's an issue, man, you'll see a project get started very quickly, and they'll get things started right away to train people to take over today's job. I'm like Dave, I want to thank, there's so many people, I forget people, so I don't have a list to thank people, I just want to thank everybody. But there is one person that I want to thank, and he meant it, but he downplayed the effort he did. Dave Deskins would not give up on this project. I have to say, I probably would have, I don't know if I'd given up, but I would keep telling Dave, be patient, it's going to take 5, 10 years. It's hard to find the money to pay for a project this big. And I said, Dave, be patient, be patient. The good news is Dave Deskins was never patient. He never gave up. You cannot believe how hard he worked to get this structure done. And I know that a lot of the people worked extremely close with him, but I want to thank Dave Deskins for the great job. And Dave, the community, as I said, owes you many thanks. But now my advice to you is now, we got to make this system work. You know, we've got to fulfill the many needs of the businesses. We've got to make sure that we train many of our quality young people to put them in successful long-term careers. And you cannot find a better system or a structure, I would say, probably in the country than this structure. Once again, Greene County, thanks for investing in the future, for investing in our young people. And this is a tremendous asset for Greene County. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Hackett, for taking time out of his schedule to join us. When we began this project, we ended with 3 long-term goals. First, we wanted to build a state-of-the-art facility that would give students in Greene County learning opportunities not being afforded to high school kids anywhere else in the state or anywhere else in the nation. We wanted that facility to allow student creativity and advancements in technology. We feel really honored to be able to say that we feel very close to goal number 1, other than maintaining the effort and the work to making our students strong in their respective fields. The second goal we had was we wanted to increase opportunity through the Greene Giving Foundation to establish a foundation or an endowment opportunity that would allow either individuals, corporations, trusts, the ability to contribute financially with the goal of those tax-free donations to assist students by reducing their cost for school fees, equipment, and school uniform fees, so that no student in Greene County would ever be limited from attending this school if they chose to do so. Our third goal was a desire to show our appreciation to our voters by attempting to pay off the bond debt as soon as possible, with the hope of cutting the length of the 20-year bond in half. If we are successful in doing so, it would save Greene County voters over $10 million in interest for those residents who voted to support this project. So with those 3 goals, I am here tonight to just talk a little bit about goal number 2. It's my honor to call forward Mr. Joshua Briggs. Joshua, if you'll come up front for me. Mr. Briggs is the Vice President of the North Region of MH Equipment. As an extremely generous effort towards our second goal tonight, we want you to all join us in thanking MH Equipment. Mrs. Reagan, Mr. Taylor, Mrs. Anderson, and Mr. Dowling. Would you all please come up front? This evening, we want to recognize MH Equipment as a corporate sponsor to the Greene County Career Center. And this most generation is a gift to the Greene County Career Center in the amount of $10,000 to help towards our foundation interests. These funds will be used towards the cost of robotics and automation equipment. MH is also showing support tonight to our Power Equipment Lab by making available heavy equipment for display as they strive to assist our students in pursuing industry pathways. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking MH Equipment and Vice President Briggs. Thank you all very much. Board members can remain up front. Our final activity this evening is the actual building plaque dedication. So if I could have our current GCC board members and our treasurer come back forward, we will reveal the plaque dedicating the new Greene County Career Center that will be hung at the front entrance of the Career Center entrance board. Board members, please hang around for photos as the plaque is unveiled. Congratulations to each of you, and thank you for your commitment to our Greene County students and residents.
Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our dedication ceremony. Thank you all so much for being a part, for coming out to check out the school. Please be sure you get to look at everything before you leave. We could not have done it without you, and we're so appreciative. Thank you very much.